guys, go right here down on Mooney, and I ran into my buddy right here. What's your name again, bro?
Daryl Midget.
Daryl Midget. Midget?
Midget, like a little bitty person.
Bridget the Midget.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so this guy's one of the guys that stays with us at the homeless shelter, and so I ran into him because I'm walking down the Mooney Boulevard applying for jobs, and today's subject is, what is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
This guy, he don't believe in
Weapons?
You don't believe in the Second Amendment? Man, I think Hal done froze over. I ran into the first white guy who don't believe in the two-way.
I don't think we need them unless we got a reason for them.
You don't think we need them?
No.
What the hell? Man, that is...
I ain't hunting for my... That was back in the day when they hunted. They had to have them.
Okay.
They had enemies everywhere. They had...
And listen, too, because he's entitled to his opinion. You notice I'm not judging him. I don't hate him. So why don't you believe in guns, bro?
Because a lot of them get used for wrong things.
Yeah, but what about government tyranny? What about when the police get the fuck out of control? I mean, remember Nazi Germany?
Yeah.
They needed the two-way then.
As far as I'm concerned, we are there. This is Nazi America.
Oh, man.
We got a dictator in the office.
Damn, bro. So you don't believe in I believe that an armed society is a safe society.
But that was back in the day when everybody needed a gun to protect themselves from other people. Now we have many officers to do that. I know you got to tell on somebody in order to get a policeman out there.
Oh my God.
But
yeah. No, I hear you. How about this? I'll go as far to say so much so this. I believe in the Second Amendment so much so that, because earlier you were talking about, you said criminals this and criminals that, right? But I believe that here in America, that once you get out of, whether it's a county jail or state penitentiary, once you serve your time and you are released, your all-American civil rights are to be reinstated. That includes the Second Amendment. And I feel like it's a lifetime punishment that, in specific, those of color, blacks and browns, are excluded from.
do you hear what number it comes from? Second. It's the second thing. Okay? So it was way back when you needed a gun. We don't need a gun anymore. We're not, cowboys and shit anymore, where there's lawlessness all over the place.
Well, you see, let's go with your theory. Let's say we are disarmed.
Yeah.
Do you really think we're safe? An American society is safer that's total dictatorship. That is total totalitarian shit. Do you really think we would be safe without guns?
Well, I don't know. Have you seen Red Dawn?
I heard of Red Dawn when China or North Korea invaded.
No, I'm
talking about the new one.
The old one with Charlie Sheen and his brother.
Charlie Sheen.
Anyway, the first thing they did, if we're going to have them, we shouldn't have them registered.
Yeah, because I believe that
gun
gun registration is a precursor for future gun confiscation.
Right, and
that's what it
is.
They
did. The enemy came here and they went to all the gun shops and they said, "Who owns guns?" And they went and collected all the guns.
Oh, is that what the Red Dawn movie's about?
Yeah, well, a part of it.
Oh,
right off the bat, that's the first.
I need to watch this movie that you're talking about. It sounds interesting.
It's Charlie Sheen and Esteban.
Charlie Sheen, the actor, right? The cokehead?
Yeah.
Did he finally let go of the cocaine? Rehabilitation or not? Sobriety?
I don't know. I know he has.
I love Charlie Sheen, man, but man, he wild.
He has AIDS.
He got AIDS?
Yeah, because he hired hookers instead of finding a girlfriend.
Oh, see, that's why you should just masturbate, man. My goodness gracious. God damn, man, it just ain't worth it now, is it? But anywho, wow, interesting. I don't know, man. I can't seem. I don't know. See, it's okay.
So
he can go ahead.
I don't believe in registration of the guns.
Yeah, me neither. I hate that. It's just like that's an overreach right there.
That it's just like I said. The enemy came, and the first thing they did was went and gathered up the guns, or found registrations to who has a gun, and then went and collected them. I expect it didn't show that. That's what they were looking for when they showed up at the gun shop.
You hear that?
And that man gave him a bunch of guns and said, "Go, get out of here." And that's when they started Red Dawn.
Oh, okay.
So they were.
I don't know, man. I
They
feel
were
I feel some type of way, bro. Like
guerrilla fighters.
I'm automatically. Let me check in the back, see if there's a bus
Do
coming.
this one.
All right, cool. You're done walking, huh?
Not
You
necessarily.
got your walking for the day. But I don't know, man. I feel some type of way when people talk about we shouldn't have guns. I'm like, oh hell no. I would. I don't know.
Well, I don't need one.
You don't have to have one if you don't want to. You know what I mean?
Pink car.
Huh?
A pink car.
Oh yeah, the pink Tesla.
Whatever
yeah.
it was. That's a Nazi car. Tesla.
Yeah, yeah.
So Volkswagen.
Hey, Elon Musk did fuck up with that whole Nazi salute bullshit.
Well,
You know?
Volkswagen, that was the people's car, and it was promoted by Hitler.
Jeez, man. Yeah, I heard about that one.
Yeah.
Volkswagen is a German brand, you know?
That's what I said.
Hey, but Germany now, it's been denazified. Germany don't stand for Nazi
Yeah,
shit,
I know.
though.
I know they don't.
Did you know Germany, the country Germany condemned Elon when he did that salute? They don't want
I
nothing to do
think
with
all
Elon.
of the countries did.
Yeah, well, shit ton.
I
I'm just
did.
saying in specific, you know.
I liked him because of the rocket ideas and stuff.
Right.
That re-land, don't waste. But now I stick him on a rocket and send him off to Mars.
Take his ass. No, take him to Uranus. You know what I'm saying? Uranus. Hey, I'm going to get going, man. I'm going to go to the mall.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep applying for more jobs.
Good.
Damn, your name again, bro. I keep forgetting.
Daryl.
Daryl. I'm going to get going, Daryl. I'll see you out at the
Alright.
homeless shelter, okay? Damn, so no guns. The no guns guy, huh?
I don't need one.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, is it my time when it's my time?
Huh?
Isn't it my time when it's my time?
For what, sir?
I don't know when I'm gonna die.
Don't talk about that, bro. You know I keep saying, man, we want you here, bro. We want you
But
here.
I'm just saying, that's God's thing. So if I don't have a gun and I get killed, that's what it was supposed to be. It's all written in the stars.
Well, I love my guns, and I want to get buried with my 1911s. Okay?
I've had guns and go out and shoot rabbits and such, but I'm not gonna do that again. Nobody ever cooked them.
But the thing is, too, bro, guns are to protect yourself in your place of dwelling. What if someone broke in? Do you want a butter knife to protect yourself, or do you want your 1911?
I just told you, when it's my time, it's my time.
Oh, well, we love you, Daryl, so don't talk like that, bro. All right?
So that is true.
All right, bro, I'm going to go to the mall, okay?
Yeah.
I love you, bro. And you're entitled to your opinion, and I don't hate you, okay, bro?
Yeah, I hear you. I didn't think you did.
Yeah, much love, Daryl.
Later.
Later, brother. See, that's my boy Daryl there. He stays at the homeless shelter with us, and you know it's interesting. You're gonna run into your anti-2A people, and he's entitled. He's entitled to his opinion. But me, I'm just maybe it's just I grew up more in a military high school, I grew up in a very patriotic American environment, and the two-way was most definitely the Second Amendment. I grew up around guns all my life, even in foster homes, dude. In foster homes and group homes, dude. Yes, I've seen a lot of guns in foster homes and group homes. And did you know, dude, even in foster homes, yeah, but in group homes, I don't think firearms are allowed. But I've seen a lot of guns in almost every group home I was in here in the state of California when I was a youngin'. When I was really young, because now, as you look at me, I'm old and ugly. Estoy feo, güey. So, but I value Daryl's opinion. And remember last time he was talking about, mass shooters and whatnot, what guns are used for, like you heard him earlier. But I did have a talk with him about the subject a while back. How guns are used for the wrong things, like mass shootings and, poor little kids in school, elementary and preschool campuses being murked, getting deleted. I don't like that. But I'm just a firm believer that the Second Amendment is just also very essential. It is paramount that in our society is a safe society. We can go tit for tat, they zig, we zag, or we zag and they zig. It's just But what an interesting subject. You know, you can go down the street and you'd be conversating with somebody, and then somehow, some way, the subject 2A, Second Amendment, gets brought up. I don't know if it's because of the damn bag on my chest. I call it my man bag. Some call it a man purse. I call it a fucking satchel. Damn, stop cursing. Damn, I'm really trying to stop cursing. But it's an interesting subject. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you know, the Second Amendment applies to all here in America. I don't care if you got released from a county jail, or you just did how many plus years. I don't care how many years you did in a state penitentiary. You did your crime. You paid your time. You paid your dues to society. Yes, sir. You paid your dues. Upon release, all American civil rights are to be reinstated. Okay? Everyone deserves a right to self-defense, bro. Everyone deserves a right to protect themselves in their place of dwelling, their family. What if someone tries to break in or... Sorry, I got a rock in the sandal there. Everyone deserves a right to the 2A. And that's where that double standard and hypocrisy comes into play in this country. A lot of white favoritism and a lot of white hypocrisy. When it comes to politics and stuff, and you know, that's why I say there goes Daryl right there. He's in the bus, back in the bus. Daryl in the magic school bus. But I wonder who they're gonna pick up. Picking someone up. This car just like totally pulled up. Anywho, that was strange. I never seen a car like that following a bus like that. But you see, I feel like that's where American traditions and different walks of life seem to clash. You know, we got different beliefs, but you see, right now was a prime perfect example of how society should be, how we should respect each other's opinions, how to coexist and collaborate with one another, you know, on a day-to-day basis here in this nation. But yeah, you know, I will forever be pro 2A. You know, I wouldn't never say we don't need them, because, you know, history always has came to show us that we do need them. Again, whether it's to protect yourself in your own place of dwelling, or what if you go inside of a, you know, urban cafe, you're in there and you're buying or you're at a bank or something, right? You're at a bank, and some nutcase runs in and decides to shit up the whole damn place. You know, you should be ready. You know, as a matter of fact, you want to be ready and you want to have the advantage, you know, to survive. You know, for someone to say we don't need them, again, they're entitled to their opinion, but I'm not that stupid guy who would be like, okay, here, take them. No way. There's no way. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know. So again, it's interesting to be friends with people at a homeless shelter. Apparently, one of my buddies there is a lefty Larry. You know, he's a supporter for the gun lobbyist, and you know what? It's all right, I guess, for him. He's entitled to his opinion. Do you see me attacking the guy? Do you see me hating him? No. You know, and I feel like that's how society should be. We should be able to hear each other out. You know, he's entitled to his opinion. You know, it's called respect. Could you imagine if we lived like in a closed-minded, if we always just lived in a closed-minded mentality, and everybody else's opinion just didn't matter? What we say is more important. What we say matters more. No, dude. Está bien. It's good to hear opinions from other people. You know? And I feel like sometimes, the white man in the U.S. government, whether it's inside a police station, inside of the sheriff's headquarters, inside that FBI or CIA, I feel like sometimes the white man is afraid of that. They're afraid of cultivation. They're afraid of embracing, different cultures. And I feel like that's why America's police force is always on blacks and browns, and as far as the 2A is concerned, but the police, they can be heavily armed. FBI, CIA, ATF, they can be heavily armed, but you, oh no, not you, Mr. Black Man or Mr. Brown Man, oh, not you, oh, criminal, convict, felon. We got a criminal, a convict, and a felon in the White House, but he gets to keep all his firearms. That's interesting to me. Anywho, that was today's subject for today, and how interesting was that, right? It's good to talk about that, and it's good to talk about it out in the open, you know what I mean? So anywho, I conclude with this, guys. It does matter if your skin's black or if it's brown. Oh yes, it matters more than you'll ever know. Okay, be proud of who you are, where you come from, and be proud of your lineage and your ancestors. Okay, I love you guys. Brown pride, black power. I love you guys. Stay safe.